Alright guys, Bushcraft Rebel. So, I've been kind of away for a little while, as you guys know. And I was thinking, you know what? What's a good beginner project for someone to try where they can follow along and be something that almost anyone and everyone can do? So I thought about it, and almost all of us have this. We have the nasty file, the rusty file. Damn near everybody has it. So we're going to take this, turn this into a little knife, and for starters, of course, you need the file. You need the black pen. I don't use any kind of weird stuff. I kind of draw my own thing. So let's see what we can accomplish here. Maybe like a good small fillet knife. Yeah, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Kind of seeing it here. Good straight bevel area for it. Is it a big enough knife blade? Let's just go a little farther. Put in a little choice down there. Let's get a decent thumb guard on it. Bring this to here. Kind of a fell swoop there for a handle. There's our handle right here about. I have a really big hand is the problem, but relatively easy shape. I think we're going to come down just a hair more because I do have a much bigger hand than most people. Something like that. Nice and easy. Take us a couple minutes to cut it out and we'll be good. So pretty much did that in a matter of minutes, just using my angle grinder. So from there, we're going to clean it all up. And to clean it all up nice and neat, I'm going to use a 60 grit sanding disc, which is all stuff you can get at your local hardware store, Walmart, Harbor Freight. Doesn't really matter. Oh boy, it is so too terribly hot. Alright guys, let me get my chair pulled back over here. So, you pretty much watched it. It's a plain old file. We use an angle grinder with a cutting disc, a 60 grit sanding disc, very cheap one. I don't know, I think they're cheap, they don't last long, and the fantastic black marker. So this is where we are now. So next thing you want to try to figure is what kind of edge am I going to put on this. We're not worrying about heat treat or tempering or anything like that in this video. That will be an entirely other video. I don't like the chairs messed up. So, I like the little weird backs of the knives. Probably got to put a piece for your thumb so you can kind of grind, get in there, use it for a lot of different things. Now we might make this a new bushcraft knife. I'm not for sure yet. So, the next thing, and we'll need our marker book, or if you have marking paint, or if you drew this out on a piece of paper, I mean, all kinds of stuff will work. Just put kind of a round here for the handle. We'll make our piece right here. Okay. And I don't want a real hardcore on it. And I kind of drew that out just by finger. So I drew my line where I'm going to start at. I set the pen to the very tip of where I want it. Move my finger back, and I now got it set on my finger. So I'll just touch it. Oh, well, there. Put it to it. Put your finger down. Now I got it set. Come over on the other side. Bring our one line across so we know where to go. There you go. About the same. So the meet up part up here on front, we'll mark over just to make sure we're good. And yeah, pretty darn close. This way, I'm kind of going to leave this here. Leave it as a file, and then you can use it for different things. So, this next part, hopefully you guys got some kind of vise at home, or Harbor Freight has vices that you can hook to a table. You know, it's easier just show you. There you go. Get one of those bad boys from Harbor Freight, relatively cheap. So I did switch it. I'm using an actual grinding disc, but you see, a little bit of careful hand working. Will the bevels be 100% perfect straight with a grinder? No, not really. It's the simple fact that the grinder, you know, it's a circle, so you can dig. I'm gonna say dig, but you can dig along the back part and get you like a trench going back there. Then you can move to the front section, which will be your bevel. And you can work that out too and get them relatively straight, and they'll look relatively good. So I'm going to hit this a little bit more, and I'm not going to sit here and bore you with you watch me grind for an hour. Alright, bye. There we go. He was looking at my wall there for a minute. So, with using just our grinder, 3-disc, we've got a fairly alright knife. Roughed in the bevels. Pretty good. Like I said, with using the actual grinding disc, not the one that's like sandpaper. You can rough it out a lot faster, and I can come back with the one for the sandpaper and touch everything up and kind of square it all away. Actually pretty good on the tip. It's hard to see with this camera, but it's pretty straight. So our next things we'll think about is doing more of a touch-up. Got to get all this rest of the scale off and stuff like that so it doesn't sit there and rust on us. But not too bad. I'll bring you guys back for the next video because it's getting really late and I've got to do a roof tomorrow where we will finish up our bevels, make them a little nicer, and go from there. So, hey, as long as you can get out of the shop for 5 minutes, it'll be a good day. Y'all have a good night.